Hello everyone, I'm Adam with AEW Maine Treasure Adventures. Let's get suited up and see what we can find. Today's throwback jersey is Boston Bruins Tyler Seguin. He played with Boston from 2010 to 2013. I eyeballed some trash. A lot of trash this day. Today, we are back at Echo Lake to clean out anything that shouldn't be in the water to make it a lot cleaner and a bit safer. Most of this day, I spent a lot of time cleaning over by all the dead leaves. Some places have 2+ feet of leaves. I started metal detecting right away. The first target that we got a hit on took me a few minutes to find it in all these leaves. I finally got it in my hand. It looks like some sheet metal from the Acadia National Park bathrooms here at Echo Lake.
Okay. Interesting. Don't know what that goes to. But it's really sharp and it wasn't that far down.
The next target also took me a bit because of all the leaves, sticks, and other debris. I started fanning away the leaves, and then I went to grabbing handfuls and moving those away. That's when I laid eyes on a rectangle case. The moment I turned it around, I could see it was on. We found an Apple iPhone. When I find electronics like this, I put them in a bag of rice the moment I get them home to clear it of any water that might have got into it. Then after a few days, I will start the process of tracking the owner down. Here's what I did once I got home. I put it in a bag of rice for a couple of days, as I learned this phone is waterproof. I still put it in rice to make sure before I started to mess with it. After making sure it was completely dried out, I started trying to find the owner. I normally have pretty good luck with asking Siri to contact emergency contact. Then I will ask Siri to call Mom, then call Dad. Unfortunately, none of those were set up. I then tried to type in a failed password, as usually after 3 or 4 incorrect attempts, the phone will show a phone number to call if located. That also wasn't set up. So I decided to take a picture of the phone's home screen, as it had a picture of what I would assume either the owner or someone that the owner knows. I posted it on Facebook with both my personal page and AEW Maine Treasure Adventures pages, asking if anyone recognizes the person. While we wait for a reply, let's get back to work. I eyeballed a Band-Aid. A bunch of our fish friends stopped by to see all the trash that we were taking out of their backyard. They all looked pretty happy. I had to get out for a minute to change out the batteries in the GoPro. As I started my way back out to the deeper end, I found this. We got a ring. This has a stamp in it, 14K gold ring.
Pretty sure it's good. Alright, we do have a stamp in it.
Do you see what I see up ahead? A glass bottle. Up next, more trash, and a cigarette filter. One of the worst things to throw in the water, as even filters have chemicals in them that will leach into the environment and potentially harm humans and animals. Some of the harmful chemicals include plastics, nicotine, arsenic, forever chemicals, PAHs, and heavy metals. I'm going to show off some of the trash that I pulled out just a few feet away, some plastic, and some band-aids. What's left of a plastic cup, it's already started to break down to microplastics. Look at these massive guys swimming by. More band-aids. Gross. Again, band-aids. Here is something different, but just as gross. A sock and more band-aids. I'll pick up this band-aid. About time I found something other than band-aids. We got a US coin. It's a penny. It's not old, but it's better than trash.
Ever to dig out. It was in like 2 feet of.
We will speed this up even more through all the trash. Here is a band-aid. One more band-aid. Some tinfoil. You guessed it, a band-aid. And a bunch more band-aids. You'll never guess what I found next. You're right, it was another band-aid. And another one.
Another one. Another one.
I don't understand why people wear band-aids in the water. They will fall off 100% of the time. Up next, we found a hair tie. This is unfortunate. We got some styrofoam. And a piece of plastic. More plastic. Back to metal detecting. We got a pop top. At this point, I'm amazed by anything that isn't a band-aid. Another coin. This time it's a dime. One of our pollywog friends, enjoying his less polluted home. We now have a video. Always have to find a bobby pin. A plastic baggie. Freshwater mussels and clams help filter out the water to help keep it clean. Mussels are known for their long lifespans, with some living over 100 years. So some of these guys were here while John D. Rockefeller was still on MDI. I'll put this guy right back so he can get back to filtering out some bacteria, among other things. We found some tinfoil. I balled an earplug and a plastic bottle. A hair barrette. I see a hair tie. A sharp piece of wire. Let's take a look at everything that we pulled out at Echo Lake. As you can see, we spend most of the day pulling out trash. We got a glass bottle, a million band-aids, tons of small pieces of plastic, hair ties, a sock, some sheet metal. And for great finds, we got a penny, a dime, an earring, a gold ring, and most important finds were the Apple iPhone and the Apple smartwatch. I had just finished filming my outro when a woman came up to me and said, "You give stuff back to people, right?" I said, "Yes. I have a really good rate of return." She handed me an Apple smartwatch and said, "Good luck." I told her I would do my best to locate the owner. I went over to Pond's End, over at Long Pond right after Echo Lake, and started metal detecting there. As I was getting done for the day, a little girl came up to me and asked me if I had found an Apple smartwatch. Here is the Apple Watch that was lost. Let's give it back. I was going to go home and try to find who it belongs to, but instead, they found me first. What's your name?
My name's Mila.
Mila! Awesome. So this is Mila's, and I'm going to give that back to you. How did you lose it?
So I was at Echo Beach, and I had lost it there. I put it with my stuff, and then I think he found it just sitting there. And then we saw it traveling because we have it attached to her phone. And
Which is a smart idea, everybody.
and we came here, and then we found it. Because we were asking a lot of people.
Awesome.
Yeah, we asked a lot of people if they had been at Echo Lake Beach today because we knew that's where it was found, right?
Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys tracking me down.
Thank you for finding it.
Awesome. We got a hit on the Apple iPhone, and then I worked with the Maine State Police to get the phone back to the owner. As they lived in PA, the owner got their phone back. This day was a great day, as we got 2 items back to the owners and found a gold ring. Until the next adventure, AEW out.